Hey, I'm here with Illuminate Film Festival. I am standing next to Suzanne Giesemann, who is about to debut Wolf's Message, an incredible film. And we have some of your questions, and we're going to ask Suzanne right now. So, Suzanne, I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you.
Great to be here, Julie.
So grateful. So, the first question I have for you is for someone that has struggled with addiction, they might still have a lot of creativity and other beautiful traits, but when they pass on to the other side, what happens to their soul? Do they find wholeness afterwards, even if they had addiction? I'm going to let you take this.
Okay. Yeah. I know for a fact from talking to so many souls across the veil that we are already whole and complete at the level of the soul. So that addiction goes with the physical body. They will carry with them memories of having that addiction, but they will be absolutely clear of that. They will want to help others here who still struggle with addiction based on what they learned while they're here. So no worries about taking that with you.
Thank you for sharing, and I think that's got to be very comforting for whoever asked it. I'm sure more than one person wanted to know that, so thank you. I am curious, there was a question about someone who is both a practicing Catholic and also meditates, and they're wondering if they need to be separate, can they do both, do they conflict, and maybe just even around religion, where does that kind of go with meditation?
It's funny that we humans want to put everything in a box. Meditation is not spiritual or scientific or religious. Meditation is a way of accessing an expanded state of consciousness. It is what it is. It's a way of blocking out the external objective world to get to know your inner world. So it conflicts with no religion, no philosophy. It simply allows you to have broader experiences than we normally have when we're focused on our human lives.
Powerfully said. So we're whole and complete no matter what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I am curious for someone, in terms of old souls and new souls, the question was, how do you differentiate an old soul versus a new soul? Does that have anything to do with your experience on life when you pass on, coming back here, maybe just anything to do around, and how might you know if someone's listening, and I know this was a question, if you're an old soul, if you're a new soul, does it even matter? What does Spirit say about that?
Spirit says that these human lives take place within space and time. Beyond the human experience, there is no space and time. So technically, all souls exist beyond time, so there is not such a thing as an old soul and a new soul. I believe that term is a concession to the human's need to say, well, they're really wise, so they must have had a lot of lifetimes. So people talk about old souls and say, well, they've been around a lot. But the soul is eternal and beyond time. So truly what's happening is that you have someone who is bringing through more awareness that we are souls. They're more aligned with the soul, so they have more characteristics that we identify with the soul, more loving kindness, more compassion, more empathy, and perhaps tapping into more wisdom than most. So you say, oh, that's an old soul, and it's a compliment, but truly we're all beautiful souls right now.
I love that. Okay. So one of the last questions is around what really happens to us when we transition, when we pass on. Where does our soul go? What happens to not obviously our physical being, but the spiritual, the essence of us?
Okay. As souls here and now, we already exist in another realm. We suddenly become aware that we are this higher aspect that has always been here. We don't actually go anywhere. We just become aware of higher aspects of ourselves. I like to liken it to different channels on a network. You push the remote and you find yourself at a different channel. Well, without the physical body, we're suddenly aware of different experiences, but they're not in different places. It's a different channel that interpenetrates this one, but that one now becomes in your awareness, and this one is off to the side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. And it's actually, when I think about it, I'm just asking this off the cuff, when we think about those that have transitioned in a way, they're not anywhere different than where we are.
They're right here, but we can't sense them because we're not attuned to that frequency normally. But as a medium, I simply make a shift with the intention of connecting with a specific person in the spirit world, and they're just right here. They didn't have to travel from anywhere.
And if I can add, because I've studied with you, one of the things you taught me and taught us is how to attune our frequency to do that. And it just hit me, oh, hello, that's what we can do, like a radio.
Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so, so much. You are such a gift.
Well, you're welcome, and I'm just thrilled that Illuminate chose Wolf's Message to premiere at this film festival, because it's the perfect film festival about consciousness raising, and that's what Wolf's Message is all about.
Thank you. Just let me know when your action, whatever. Okay. Okay, so another question, and actually they're too similar, so I'm going to weave them together. Does remembering our spiritual nature, does that boost or invalidate our human experience in any way?
It adds to it. I have a book called The Awakened Way, and I talk about the human soul dial. And at any one time, if we can find ourselves in what I call the lucid zone, right in the middle, when we're fully aware that we're here for the whole human experience, but also souls, then when we catch ourselves being a little bit too human, the side that's not aligned with the soul, we just dial up our loving kindness and compassion that is aligned with the soul. And so it adds to it. It helps us find more peace. It lets us know we're never alone and that we're always being helped. So there's no way that it detracts. It only adds to helping us make wiser choices and find more peace and flow while we're here.
So beautiful. One quick add-on to that is I think there's this expectation that if the more I tune into this frequency of spirit, you know, that maybe someday I'm going to be able to be there fully. I mean, you are never all the time channeling or a medium. I think there's this perfectionistic kind of belief that I'd love to get your opinion on.
Oh, no, because we're supposed to be here and we're drawn into this world, we have many times when we completely forget who we are, but that disconnect is so apparent when we do something that's out of alignment that it brings us back into balance. But we really are here to dive in, to go eat pizza and drink beer, you know, or whatever, to it, you know, in a modified way, not to excess. So there's no judgment when we're not fully spiritual, but if we were completely aware of who we are, what's the point in being here? You know what I mean? We'd be, if we're all spiritual all the time and there's no challenge, then we might as well be on the other side right now.
That is well said, and it even makes me think of this film festival. We're opening, we're illuminating. It's not about having to be that all the time.
That's right.
It's raising your consciousness.
That's right, and my husband will be the first to tell you that I am not perfect.
We appreciate that, Suzanne, because you're amazing, and I just thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Julie. It's great to be here.